So welcome back to another video of our project analysis. So today we'll be talking about Skye at Holland. Okay, so today we'll be sharing with you some basic layouts and also why we will buy Skye at Holland, some reasons why we will buy and some reasons why we will not buy also. Okay, so we have been quite busy the past 3 weeks. That's why our last video was last 3 weeks already. So some updates on our life. We bought Springleaf. We bought a 3-bedder. Okay, so we will do another video to update you guys on it also. And we went for our division retreat also with our guys. Yep, so we just came back not long ago lah. Okay?
Okay, so for Skye at Holland, this is actually the last piece of land at Holland area. The next piece will be at Holland Link, but this will not be launched so fast because the land was just awarded in July this year. So expected will be Q4 2026 or Q1 2027 to be launched. Okay?
Yeah, so without further ado, let's start with our analysis. So some quick information about the project. Okay, so it's a joint venture between 4 reputable developers. Okay, so UOL, Singapore Land Group, Keng Leong and Capital Land Development. So all these are renowned developers. And for this project, we actually have 2 blocks. This is at District 10. This is a CCR Core Central Region project. Expected TOP date is 2029. We have 666 units. Yeah, so it's new. Okay, so it's pretty interesting this number. Okay, then site area is around 12,000 square meter. Gross plot ratio is around 4.7. It's not a very big piece of land, I would say, but okay, you still get your full swimming pool and whatsoever lah. Okay, so some projects that has been done by these developers recently. UOL is Upper House at Orchard Boulevard. This one I think everybody knows. Singapore Land Mayor Blue. Keng Leong actually recently they did Canberra Crescent Residences. Capital Land Lindenwoods. Okay, so talking about the location of Skye at Holland, where is it at exactly? So it's minutes walk away to Holland Village MRT. It's over this side. Hold on. It's over this side. This orange one that's marked out. It's actually right next to One Holland Village and One Holland Village Residences lah. So it's very convenient to amenities and the prices are so much more attractive compared to One Holland Village Residences.
So if you are familiar with the area, you will know that actually Skye at Holland is surrounded within the GCB enclave. Okay, so what does this mean?
Okay, so this actually means that if you buy the unit facing the upward side, which is the north side, you will probably get decent unblocked view throughout, and it will only be facing the GCB areas. Because GCB all low rise one, so you actually get very decent views lah.
Okay, so the actual site is actually over here, and then for food and retail, if let's say the nearest one will be the One Holland Village lah, which is this area. Okay, and then you actually have the Gilmore Market, you have your Star Vista, you have your Holland Drive Food and Market, and then so that's actually the food and retail that is actually nearby Skye at Holland. Okay. So let's take a look at the unit mix. For Skye at Holland, we actually have 2-bedroom all the way to 5-bedroom. For all the 4-bedroom and the 5-bedroom, we actually have private lift. Okay?
Yeah, so the unit mix here is actually quite different compared to One Holland Village Residences. Okay, we call it OHV lah. So OHV majority they are 1 and 2 bedders. But you can see from this side, Skye at Holland, the developers actually decided to build it a little bit differently from OHV, whereby they are focusing a lot on 3, 4, 5 bedders as well. This is to cater for more own stay instead of pure investment. Because if you see OHV, a lot of them I think they bought around 2022, 2023, and also 2024 also have. So a lot of them are still not selling it. They are holding on to their 1-bedders, not coming out for sale. And even for the 3, 4 bedders, it's very lack in supply. So actually this makes Holland Village MRT area very lack in supply. And so what this developer is doing is actually injecting new supply into the market for the buyers that are looking for own stay. Because today, if you want to buy a 3-bedder for own stay near Holland MRT, honestly, I don't think you have much choices at all. Unless you go further down to Leiden Green, all those aside.
Okay, so let's take a look at the site plan. As mentioned, the total number of units is 668. The land size is a bit small, but you still get your full lap pool and also your gym. Okay, so regarding the facing, like what we mentioned earlier, the north side actually faces the GCB. So the south side, you actually have the HDB facing and also One Holland Village facing. But the One Holland Village is relatively low rise lah. So if let's say you are looking to clear the view, you get like 8 and above, you can actually good chance to clear the view. Okay.
Okay, so this is the view. So if you're facing upwards, which is the north side, north is like that lah. Okay, so we are saying north as in upwards. Okay, so if you're facing over this side, it's all the GCB area. So this is your view. It's all low rise. Okay, but if you're facing downwards, what you can see is this will be your future HDB, and this HDB is 40 stories high. So some stacks will actually be blocked by the HDB. Those unblocked one, which is over this side, the yellow color region, you can see that actually you're facing this. If you are at least 8th floor, I think you will clear lah, because OHV where I think some are around 7th floor, some are 3 stories lah.
Okay, indicative price. So indicative price is actually around 2.8 starting from, but this, take note, is not the official pricing. Okay, so our guess is as you go bigger in size, the PSF will actually go up. Because do note, Skye at Holland is actually a CCR project. So the pricing wise, the PSF strategy is not the usual RCR, OCR kind of pricing strategy. So from what we have seen, the trend is during in a CCR project, usually the bigger it is, the higher the PSF it will go.
Yeah. So before we talk about the layouts, these are the reasons why we would not buy Skye at Holland. So this is our personal opinion. Of course, you may have another opinion. So this is why, and we're here to share with you guys lah. Okay. So number one, like what we touched on earlier, there are no perfect views for this development. So what do we mean by this? Yeah. So like what we mentioned earlier, all this is GCB facing. Okay, so if you're facing the GCB, what you're getting is right, your direction is actually northwest. Like it's like that, it's northwest. So if you're northwest, you will get the west sun. So the west sun will come in at a full blow because you don't have any obstruction because the GCB are all low, right? So you get the full west sun, and throughout the seasons, throughout the year, the west sun will shift, but you will still get west sun. Of course, we're not saying you cannot get west sun unit because our resale, we bought resale also. Our resale is full west sun, but the view is fantastic. Yeah, so it actually depends on buyers like you guys, whether you want the view and you can compromise on the sun or not. Ultimately, there's aircon in the living room lah. Okay, so for the southward side, over this side. Okay, so this is southeast lah. Okay, so you got to be careful which one you buy because even bigger units stack. This is stack 16. Stack 16 is semi-blocked by the HDB, which is 40 story high. And for you to spend for a 3-bedder, you're spending, let's say 2.8k PSF, you're spending around 2.7, 2.8 to get a block view in a CCR region. I don't think it's very wise lah. So you got to be very careful which one you choose. And this one, this big unit over here also, this is facing One Holland Village. Okay, so for you to go unblock, you need to go higher than 7. Okay, so this is no perfect view. If you get a good view, you get west sun. If you don't get a good view, you can face inwards. Face inwards is the best. Okay, but of course it comes with a premium.
Okay, second point to note, there is actually no primary school within 1 kilometer. Okay, if you look at the map, you can see that within 1 kilometer, no primary school. Henry Park is also not within the 1 kilometer. That's actually one downside. But of course, on a good note, your competitor, One Holland Village, they also don't have Henry Park within their 1 kilometer radius. So I would say apple to apple comparison is still okay.
Yeah, the positive side is the closeness to MRT lah, for sure. Okay, so 3 reasons why we will buy one. Okay, I keep mixing up. 3 reasons why we will buy Skye at Holland. Okay, attractive land prices. This is for sure. Okay, so if you look at the land bidded prices of the development that's launched and also upcoming, what the developer bought for Skye at Holland is 1285 PSF per PPR. Okay, CCR land is actually cheaper than OCR and RCR. If you look at OCR, Alta is 1250, Upcoming Bayshore 1388, Ori 1360, Chuan Grove, the upcoming at the Chuan Park area is 1376. Okay, so the next Holland link in the area is 1432. So you can see the Skye at Holland, their land bidder price is very attractive and very similar to Alta prices, similar to Alta and Nava Grove. Okay, so it's 150 PSF PPR cheaper than the next Holland link in the area. So essentially you'll be entering Skye at Holland at a price similar to or only slightly higher compared to those that have already launched. Yeah, it could be slightly higher because it's CCR lah, for sure. And they cannot possibly give you a CCR unit for an OCR price. If they really give you, then you need to snatch, okay? But because of the low land bid, I don't think there will be a significant difference because the developer margin is very big. They have a significant margin. So this actually makes it attractive for people out there who are looking to stay in CCR region. I think this will be your golden ticket to go into CCR at affordable pricing.
Okay, so for the second reason why we will buy Skye at Holland is actually there's a lack of supply of bigger units in that area itself. Okay, so if you look at the chart, right, at Skye at Holland, you actually have 111 units of 4 bedroom and also 37 units of 5 bedroom. Whereas in OHV, you only have 9 units of 1 bedroom and 1 penthouse. There's actually no 5 bedroom. Okay, so this actually prove a point that there's actually a lack of supply in the bigger units in this area. Of course, you actually have your 3 bedroom at 79 units at One Holland Village, and in Skye at Holland you have 148 units of 3 bedder. So with Skye at Holland coming into Holland, you actually have 148 plus 111 plus 37. That's about 300 units of bigger units coming into Holland. As compared to currently, we only have about less than 100 units at One Holland Village. So I would say when there's a lack of supply, that's when you actually can call for a premium when you hit the resale market.
Yeah, you actually point yourself to be at a greater advantage because it's harmonized. The efficient mall will have a more efficient layout and possibly lower or similar prices compared to OHV. Because I think from what we understand is OHV, they actually bought the land at 1,885 PPR. Okay, so they back in 2019, that period, they were selling at today's pricing. Yeah, that's why it was so expensive, but still sell out. Okay.
So for the third reason why we actually buy Skye at Holland is actually there's a price protection. What do you mean by price protection? Price protection is actually from One Holland Village. Okay, so let's take a look at One Holland Village transacted price. If you can see in the red color box, the median price transacted at One Holland Village, 1 bedder is actually going at 1,354, 2 bedder 2,183 million, 3 bedder 3,223 million, 4 bedder 7,727 million, and 5 bedder 11.4 million. Okay, so these are the median price going at One Holland Village. As what we mentioned earlier, why is the price so high at One Holland Village is because the land price is actually 1,888 PSF as compared to Skye at Holland at 1,200 plus PSF. So there's a difference of about 600 PSF difference. Okay, and then now did we actually time travel back into 2019? We will actually elaborate more to you guys later. Alright?
Yeah. So maybe you might be thinking, like buyers out there, you might be thinking, why did people even buy into OHV last time when it was so expensive compared to all the other launches out there when they were launched? Confirm more expensive one. But why? Because honestly, Holland Village area is a mature estate already. So the land are all mostly used up. So that time when they launched, right, there was only this project that was launching near Holland Village MRT. We don't talk about Liden Green Hill and Holland because that's down the road. Yeah, so near MRT only got this for new. That's why people still bought it. Okay?
So let's take a look at the price metrics. When we talk about price protection, what do we actually mean by that? Prices are actually very similar to One Holland Village. This would actually mean that this is a renewed opportunity for buyers to buy into the prices back in 2019 to 2023. Okay, where those One Holland Village buyer entered the market. But this time round, what you have here is actually a more harmonized project, meaning you actually have an efficient layout. But of course, not all units in the development can make a profit. So it actually depends on the facing and also what level you are buying into and stuff like that. So this one we will actually advise later in the slides. Okay, so one good example of a price protection is actually the 915 square feet layout.
So for the 915 square feet layout, this is for Skye at Holland. It's a 3-bedder compact layout in Holland area. So I'll just briefly touch on our comparison on price protection. Okay, so 915 square feet, if you get it at 2.8k PSF, it will cost you around 2.5 million and above. Okay, so even if it starts from 3000 PSF, you are buying in at 2.7M. Okay, but if you look at One Holland Village, there is no compact 3-bedder at all. Okay, so they only have 3-bedder premium, which is around 1000 plus square feet. So the next comparable for OHV will be actually the 2-bedroom premium PES at 947 square feet. So you can see our size is comparable because ours is post-harmonized. First floor for OHV for this kind of sizing already transacted at 2.78 million. Okay, so for at Skye, at the same quantum, what you can get is you can actually get a 3 proper compact bedroom and 3 proper bedrooms layout with no odd shapes as well. Yeah, so this actually serves as a price protection for the buyers out there at Skye Holland. So today you're considering to buy a 3-bedder, but you are concerned because you cannot buy the 3-bedder premium. You are concerned whether a 3-bedder compact, whether it can move or not. Don't worry, because this will be your price protection. People have already accepted 2-bedder at 2.78 million and ground floor. So even if you enter at 2.7 for a 3-bedder compact, I think your exit will be pretty safe because the buyers there can already accept a ground floor 2-bedder at 2.78 million. Yeah, because let's say for example next time 2.78 they sell 3, they need to profit mama. So they sell 3 or 3.1 for this PES. So you can sell 3 and 3.1 also. So same price 2-bedder and 3-bedder just side by side the project. Which one will you choose? Buyers out there, you're all very smart one. You confirm will choose the 3-bedder. So this will be your price protection. So buyers out there today, if you're considering Skye at Holland, don't worry, there will be price protection from your neighbor. Okay, so we have touched on some reasons why we will buy Skye at Holland, some reasons why we will not buy. Let's move on to the layout briefly. We will not go very in depth. So we'll probably compare the layouts compared to One Holland Village to see whether it's more efficient and whether you can buy into this layout as well. Okay, so the first layout will be the 2-bed 1-bath unit. Okay, so pretty standard 2-bed 1-bath is a dumbbell unit over here. This is a dumbbell unit. Okay, so you get proper spacing. Okay, this layout is very common nowadays already, even in the ASEAN and OCR region. Okay, so the facing, what we are facing the pool. Okay, you have 37 units to choose from. You get a dedicated dining space over here. This is B1. B2, similar layout. Okay, facing different, you're facing downwards. Okay, so this may be semi-blocked by the HDB, but what I prefer is I'll prefer B1 instead of this B2 because you can see this dining space is out of nowhere and this part is actually protruding out. You come inside, you'll see that it's protruding out. Not like B2 and not like B1, just not like just now the layout. Just now the layout, you see, this is a dedicated area. Now you go inside the house, you won't feel so gao-wei also. Okay, that's for people who are considering 2-bed 1-bath. Then if you compare this to OHV, ours is post-harmonized. Okay, you can see that Skye is actually a better layout. You don't need such a big balcony for 2-bed 1-bath, to be honest. You see OHV, their balcony is pretty big. Yeah, I think it's another living area for there. Yeah, but you don't need so big because 2-bed 1-bath, who are the buyers buying? They are buying for investment, for rental. Yeah, so if you buy in, the balcony, bigger balcony will not help you increase your rental price. Okay, so for 2-bed 1-bath for investment, the entry price matters a lot. That's why we have to be a little more price sensitive for 2-bed 1-bath.
So big balcony, like what Alvin mentioned, actually doesn't help you to get a higher rental. So if let's say you manage to get a unit at Skye at Holland, you know the average price of the 2-bed 1-bath at One Holland Village of around 1.86 million, we would think that this is actually a good opportunity for you. So for the 2-bed 2-bath layout, we actually have 4 layouts. Let's dive into the 2-bed 2-bath layout. First layout and the second layout is actually very similar, only that the facing is different. So one of it is actually facing the pool. So stack 2, this is actually facing the pool, okay? And then stack 5 is actually facing the GCV enclave lah. Okay, the slight difference here is actually the door of the bedroom. So as you can see, one of the first layout, your master bedroom door and also your common bedroom door is actually right opposite each other. For the next layout, your master bedroom door and the common bedroom door is actually staggered lah. So it's not like directly facing each other. Okay, so let's move on to the third layout. So for the third and BP3 and BP4 is also 2 bed 2 bath, similar layout as well, but if let's say we were to compare, we will actually go for BP3. Why? Because you actually have this dedicated dining space over here, okay? So it doesn't actually look directly into your bath as compared to BP4. As you can see for BP4, this is actually a dining area, but where is your bathroom? Bathroom is actually here. So the door is just here. So imagine you're eating here, right? Then your toilet door is just right at the side. But for this layout, it's not. So at the side is actually your kitchen, or rather a wall lah. So it's not so weird. Okay. But for BP3, it's actually stack 11. So BP3 stack 11 is actually pool facing. But for BP4 is a stack 14. You actually face a small road lah. Okay, so you might actually have some road lines over here. If you were to compare BP3, it will actually cost, we would assume that it will cost slightly more lah because of the facing and also the layout. Then if let's say the difference is around 50k or below, we would think it would make sense for you to go for BP3 instead of BP4.
Because for the pool view and better orientation lah, okay? So for BP3 and BP4, 678 square feet, 11 square feet bigger than the previous layout, BP1, BP2. 11 square feet multiplied by 2.8 kPSF is around 30,000. Okay, so 30,000 for you to get a proper dining area over this side, and it's an enclosable kitchen. I would say it's worth it to do the upgrade. Yeah. So for buyers who are looking to find a 2-bed premium, I think 678 square feet will be easier for you to exit in future. Okay, so typically OHV 2-bed 2 bath, this is the layout for OHV. Okay, so this is conventional layouts, BTO layouts. This is not dumbbell, while Skye are all dumbbells. Actually, all developments right now, they are all pushing for dumbbell layouts for 2-bedder. Then once in a while, they have a lot of 2-bedder premium. After then, all dumbbell, then they will give one conventional layout. Okay, but for 2-bedder, what we have seen is it's actually more sought after for a dumbbell layout in a 2-bedder because there's less wasted space. Like you don't have all these walkway, it's just you go in, then it's left, right. Okay, and also like what I mentioned earlier for OHV, the balcony is really very huge lah. This is another living space, it's times 2 lah, okay. Long walkway, no proper dining area. Dining is just dangling out nowhere, while Skye is a dedicated area, and the kitchen is an open kitchen concept, non-enclosable. 2-bed 2 bath, some buyers they're buying for own stay, so enclosable kitchen will be a huge factor when you hit the resale market. Yeah, so average price is around 2.185 for OHV for a 797 square feet.
So in our opinion, if let's say your Skye Holland ballot number is good and you're lucky enough to make a choice, and you can get a 2-bed 2 bath below or similar to 2.185 million, then we will think it's an opportunity for you to go.
Yeah, it will be a steal, guys. Okay, so 2-bedder premium plus study. Now we have extra study. There's 3 layouts for this. So BPS1, BPS2, we have 3 stacks over here, 37 units each stack. So this layout is quite interesting because you can see that the study is over this side. It's in the master. Okay, this is also becoming quite common. I think recently we went to a Showflat, I also see something like that. The study is in a master one. Okay, and the interesting thing is the balcony, you can straight away access the study and the master. Okay, so similar layout for this BPS1, BPS2 is just mirror image of each other. Yeah, then quite straightforward lah, 732 square feet. So for the next layout, 2-bed 2 bath plus study BPS3, also same with study, 743 square feet is like 11 square feet bigger. So what do you get for this 11 square feet? This is a conventional layout compared to the dumbbell layout just now. You actually get glass panel for your kitchen, and your study area will be here instead of the master. So to say whether this is a good layout or bad layout, I don't think there's a correct or wrong answer lah. Yeah, there's no right or wrong, it's only personal preference, because this kitchen with the glass panel is quite rare for a two-bedder. Normally you get only in the three-bedders. Okay, and the study, but the downside is the study is actually in quite awkward position. It's like a bomb shelter now. Yeah, so imagine you just go inside your house, then you need to go work, then you go in, turn left, work. Wow, it's quite tiring now, okay? Yeah, so there's no right or wrong, it's personal preference, but likewise for OHV, you have to understand that there is no 2-bed plus study. There is only 2-bed 1 bath and 2-bed 2 bath. So this layout is actually comparable to the 2-bed 2 bath size just now. The one OHV is 797 square feet, which we showed you guys just now, a conventional layout. This 2-bed plus study is similar in size and more functional with extra study space and the glass panel for the kitchen.
And to add on, the next 3-bedroom size is actually 915 square feet. So today, if let's say you are tight on budget and stretching, if going for 3-bedroom is actually a stretch on your finances, then entering this 2-bed plus study in Skye will be a pretty safe choice as well, because there's actually no competition in OHV. So for the 3-bedroom, we actually have 2 layouts. First will be a 915 compact that we have mentioned just now. Stack 16 is actually blocked by the HDB. So stack 16, this one is actually blocked by HDB. So this area is actually HDB plus your One Holland Village lah. So it's actually blocked by your HDB, okay. And then proper 3-bedroom with enclosable kitchen. So let's take a look at the layout. You actually have 1, 2, 3 bedroom, and then your kitchen is actually enclosable. Okay, so for this one also 1, 2, 3, and then your kitchen is actually enclosable. Okay, private foyer, meaning to say when people stand here, right, they actually can't look into your house. So what they see is just here, this area. Okay, so likewise for the next layout as well, when they stand here, they can't see into your house. Alright, quite a decent layout, I would say, for this 3-bedroom compact.
Yeah, and you also get a kitchen with glass panel. Yeah. Okay, so most of the time, the compact ones, right, you don't get enclosable kitchen one. Because we bought a compact 3-bedder also, that one don't have enclosable kitchen. Yeah, because no gas stove or okay, but this one, the compact they give you, so pretty rare. Okay, but the only downside for this is you actually don't have your yard, you don't have your utility because it's compact. But this layout is very similar to what we bought at Springleaf. We bought a unit with no yard and no utility. So you may be wondering, next time easy to exit, don't need to worry. First 2 days, all 4 stacks, all got step up. Yeah, so there will be demand for compact 3-bedders because not everybody have the budget to go to 3-bedder premium. Yeah, so don't need to worry, can still cater to all our buyers one.
Okay, let's draw back to our example earlier on the price protection. For buyers looking to buy a 3-bedroom compact in Holland area, and let's say if you are tight on budget and then going to a 3-bed plus premium is actually a stretch on your finances. This 915 square feet unit, if let's say you are going, we do a calculation based on 2008 PSF, it will cost you around 2.5 million and up. Okay, so even if it starts from 3000 PSF, it will cost you about 2.7 and up. Okay, but let's take a look at One Holland Village. There's actually no 3-bedroom compact in One Holland Village, and the next comparable layout will be the 2-bedroom premium. PES at 947 square feet, and then this first floor unit, like what we mentioned earlier, is already transacted, done at 2.78 million.
Yeah, so for Skye at the same quantum, you get 3 proper bedrooms with no odd shapes. This one we touched on earlier already. So same price, a newer unit, and also a 3-bedder compared to a 2-bedder. If you're a future resale buyer, what will you choose? That's for you to think. Okay. So moving on, 3-bedder premium.
For the 3-bed premium, the main difference compared to 915 square feet will be your wet and dry kitchen, which is not present at the 3-bed compact, your proper yard, your WC and home shelter. So all these can only be found in the 3-bed premium. Comparing it to One Holland Village, Skye Holland is actually quite similarly sized to the 3-bedroom premium at One Holland Village. The prices might be slightly higher as compared to One Holland Village or similar, okay? But one thing to note is on the functionality of the layout. Skye still has a better layout. It's actually more functional, more efficient layout with the dry and wet kitchen and also the home shelter. While One Holland Village, you actually get the very big balcony, the small living area and also the small kitchen. So if you compare it to the bigger layout at One Holland Village, the premium of 1281 square feet, which is this layout, okay, average is actually done at 3.98 million. So this will actually be your price protection. The gap is actually very big for the private lift.
Yeah, because for the premium you actually get a private lift, but it's still a 3-bedder. So 3.98 million compared to the Skye 1076 square feet, the gap is too big already. And that's your price protection lah. And most of the time for 3-bedder, I don't think you really require a private lift. And this private lift, honestly, for the premium one, it doesn't really make a difference for me. I mean, because I don't need a private lift also lah. But if you see, you come in from the common lift area, the foyer, your private lift is just here, so it's just side by side. It's not like at other areas in the house lah. And also at this pricing 3.98 million, you can actually get a 4-bedder with private lift at 1238 square feet in Skye at Holland. Yeah. So this, I don't think you need to worry too much also lah for the 3-bedder premium.
Okay, so let's move on to the 4-bedroom with private lift. So 4-bedroom with private lift, we actually have two layouts. One is actually stack 9, which is actually facing downwards towards the HDB and also One Holland Village. And then the other one, D2, is actually stack 17. So this one is actually upward facing towards the GCP. Okay, so potentially this is actually going for 3.4 to 3.8 million. For a decent layout, the only downside is this is actually not a landscape layout. So if you can see this balcony, right, this is actually not a landscape layout lah. But you still get your 4 proper bedroom, 1, 2, 3, 4, and also 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so comparing it to One Holland Village, 4-bedder at One Holland Village is actually going at 2088 square feet and done at 6.4 to 7 million. So there's actually a lack of supply on the 4-bedder near Holland Village MRT. So even if let's say you want to enter, you will need a budget of 7 to 8 million to get a 4-bedder. Okay?
Yeah. So for this project, honestly, I think this D1 and D2 4-bed with private lift will be our best buy. Okay, this will be our top choice. Why? Because you're actually able to enter at a very attractive price point for a 4-bedder, around 3.4 to 3.8 million, or maybe even 4 million. Okay, but in future when you want to exit, it's so much easier for buyers looking for a 4-bedder for own stay in this Holland Village MRT area to digest, because you have a smaller floor plate. Of course it's smaller, but your price point is so much more attractive compared to the OHV one. OHV one, they transact 6.4 to 7. You need 7 to 8 million or even 8 to 9 million to enter. Yeah, but for here, let's say you buy in, let's say you really buy at 4 million for this one, you sell 5 million, guys, I think a lot of people will still buy from you in future. So this actually, for my top choice is D1 and D2 for this project. I think if you have the budget, it's a must buy.
So your next competitor with the similar pricing is actually a 3-bed with private lift in OHV. Okay, if you take a look at the layout, you actually get a bigger balcony, but you have one less room. So if you compare side by side the layout, I would think Skye at Holland layout will be better because in a sense, if let's say you are going for a 4-bedroom, I would think people would want a 4th bed better than a bigger balcony.
Yeah. Okay. So to further add on, recently a sub-sale actually happened for the 3-bedder premium at OHV. 1238 square feet. If I happen for a smaller unit, so 1238 square feet at OHV, a 3-bedder premium, what they actually sold for 4.68 million. Ladies and gentlemen, that's like 3781 PSF. I'm not sure why the owner sub-sale within 3 years. Maybe they have spotted a better opportunity to offload and enter another project. But 4.68 million for a 3-bed with private lift. Let's say you enter Skye 4-bed, 1238 square feet. This is post-harmonized. That means You add 7% in, maybe it's around 1,300 square feet compared to the last time size. Okay, so if you enter D1, D2 Skye 4-bedder at 3.8 million, you honestly get a 800k paper profits immediately. Yeah, even if you enter at 4 million, guys, your safety margin price protection is already there by OHV, 4.68 million, and it's a sub sale. So can you imagine when the TOPs and everybody comes up to sell, maybe the prices might go up even more. Yeah, so this 4-bed with private lift at Skye D1, D2 will be definitely our top choice for this project.
We also have a 4-bed premium with private lift layout in Skye at Holland. So
for the 4-bed premium with private lift, 1464 square feet. So humongous, guys, it's humongous. So you are facing, of course, it's the best facing, it's the GCB area facing. Because the biggest unit, the most prime one, definitely best facing. Okay, so what you get here is actually extra walk-in wardrobe over here, this side. Okay, extra junior master. So this will be a junior master already. Okay, and you get a very nice landscape layout over here. Landscape layout 就是舒服 very nice. Landscape layout makes your whole house look very big. You get a bigger living area. Your kitchen also bigger over this side. Yeah, so pretty awesome layout as well. We'll be predicting around 4.2 to 4.5 M for this. Yeah, so this one is way bigger than the other 4-bed with private lift. This one also can buy. Big floor plates exit won't be an issue in the Holland area, honestly. Yeah.
So don't forget your neighbours who have already paved the way for you at One Holland Village. 3-bed with private lift already done at 4.68 million.
Yeah.
For a smaller floor plate, pre-harmonized, compared to Skye at Holland, post-harmonized at 1464 square feet.
Yeah, so this neighbor has already paved the way for the 4-bedders in this development. Yeah, and the 2-bedders there are paving the way for the 3-bed complex in this development. Okay, so don't miss out. Okay, last layout.
5-bedroom premium with private lift. Right, 5 proper bedroom with a walk-in wardrobe at the master. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this one you actually have this very nice walk-in wardrobe, right? Okay. So 1 junior master with attached toilet. Bear in mind the toilet is actually have a jack and jill access. One from your junior master and one from the walkway along the corridor. Okay. And then your 2 common bedroom, this bedroom 3 and bedroom 4, they actually share this bathroom. So this bathroom also have a jack and jill access through these 2 common bedroom. Okay, and lastly your last bedroom, common bedroom will be here. So this one will actually have to use this junior master toilet lah. Alright, private lift, very nice private lift right in the middle of the house, and also you actually have this foyer. Okay, and then a very nice landscape layout, decent space for your dining and also your living area. So you can see the dining, they actually place like an 8-seater lah. It's actually very decent size for you to place like a bigger dining table or even like a circle one if you like.
Okay, so for comparing to OHV now, OHV don't have a proper 5-bedder. I think there's only a 5-bedder penthouse, and there's only 9 units of 4-bedder in OHV. So what does this mean for consumer like you? You will be able to enter this at a very attractive price for a 5-bedder, and in future when you want to exit, there will be a lack in supply as OHV is a penthouse lah. It's a very huge penthouse 5-bedder, and lack of supply, high demand. What will happen? The sky's the limit lah. Like what we have always been saying. When your layout is huge, all those, and you are rare, you can take reference to last time our video when we talked about Jetscape. People sold for crazy amount of profits. So you will definitely be able to call a premium due to the lack of supply.
So now let's compare the floor plan with the 4-bed premium with private lift in One Holland Village. Okay, the One Holland Village layout, they actually have this very long balcony that stretches all the way from the living and dining area to your junior master. Okay, so also there's actually this very long waisted AC latch due to the past policy. Okay, and then it's a non-harmonized project, so the AC latch is actually inside the space. With 5.1 million to 5.5 million, you can cater to Skye at Holland harmonized 176 0.65 square feet unit. Your competitor in the future will probably be the 4-bedroom premium non-harmonized 2088 square feet, and the average pricing that is going for is 6.75 million. So is this a renewed opportunity for buyers out there who missed the boat years ago? I would think you can actually take a look at the project and then let us know what you think. Okay, for us, in our opinion, it's definitely a renewed opportunity for us to buy into the 2019 prices for a more functional and efficient layout. Okay, so most importantly, the price quantum for the 5-bedroom at Skye at Holland is much lower than the 4-bedroom at One Holland Village. Okay, a price difference of about 1.5 million between these two layouts.
Yeah. So I think for Holland area also, a lot of people they buy they don't want to leave Holland. Yeah. Last time I served a client, he bought Leiden, she bought Leiden Green and they only want the area because they grew up in the area, they love the area. So buyers who are looking at Holland area, when they buy the unit, they will really cherish it, right? And they only want to buy Holland. Yeah. So if you have the opportunity to buy, I think don't miss it. And those with higher budget, of course, you can go as big as you can. I think you are quite safe lah, to be honest.
So we have come to the end of this video. We hope this video can give you more clarity if Skye at Holland is worth your money. Okay, and if you get a good ballot number, please be careful on which unit you go for. And if you get a not so good ballot number, we hope you will be able to secure a unit of your choice.
Yeah. So if you're unsure what to look out for, please of course drop us a message or call us. Target launch date is around 26 September. I think we'll be launching together with a few other projects soon. Faber, Penreef, and The Sand. So they're all quite closely together. Okay. So after sharing so much about this project, the layouts are definitely better than OHV also. Price point also good. You basically get a free ride back in time. Like what we did for our spring leaf. We actually got an opportunity. That's why we went for it lah. So with certain factors like, but of course there are certain factors like where you are not near school in 1 km and you get the west sun for the good facing. So with all this in mind, will you still consider this project? Let us know what you think in the comment section below, and we will see you at the next video. Bye.